The waves don't pull the same anymore. I used to fight the current like survival meant control. Every scar I carried turned to armor on my soul. Now the tide moves through me like breath inside my chest, and every war behind me feels quieter than before. The moon gods still whisper, but I finally understand. The ocean isn't chaos, it's a language, yeah. And for the first time I don't feel afraid when the water rises around me. Wave rider, I'll let the current carry me now. No more fighting for the surface. Wave rider, every cycle moving through me like the stars inside the ocean. I finally learned the waves were never trying to drown me. Constellations in the water, moonlight dancing through the deep. Every battle that once broke me now becoming part of me. I can feel the rhythm changing like the universe exhaled, and the silence that was haunting me now sounds holy in the dark. She still crosses my mind sometimes like a shoreline in a dream, and I wonder if she know me now, or the thing the waves made me become. But I don't run from the tide now, I move with it instead. Wave rider, I let the current carry me now. No more fighting for the surface. Wave rider, every cycle moving through me like the stars inside the ocean. I finally learned the waves were never trying to drown me. Every war, every wave, every loss led me here, and I would do it all again. Wave rider, now the ocean feels alive in me like the deep became my heartbeat. Wave rider, no more fear inside the current, no more war against the water. I finally learned how to ride the waves. Wave rider,
evening, everybody, and welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the moon. Thank you all for joining me. I do greatly appreciate it. It is Wednesday, June 24th, or June 24th, 2026, at 10:01 p.m., 10:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A little bit of wave rider going on in here. L to the B to the C, LFG, damp it. What's going on, Al Jr.? How you doing, bro? Thank you for being here. Do greatly appreciate you, bro. What's going on, Alexandra G, mod queen, mod boss, mod god? Thank you for being here, and thank you for pinning that Discord link in the chat. Do greatly appreciate you for doing that. Behave-ish, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Good evening. Wick's wife, how you doing? What up, LBC? What up, Wick's wife? How you doing? Only Fins, let's go. Waiting room song. Oh, that's me. That's the waiting room song. I didn't even play the intro. I started the waiting room song a little too late, so we gotta get better at that. And do a little countdown timer thing, so people know. We ride the waves. That's what's up. That's right, Nick Dunn. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Behave it. Oh yeah, what's the song name? The name of the song is Wave Riders, or Wave Rider by yours truly. Can you please share Love to the Beat? Absolutely. The whole album will be on my YouTube soon. I mean, technically it's already on my YouTube in my most recent, or not my most recent, but my this past Saturday live stream. I go through the whole album, and we had actually a pretty cool time, because each song has the whole it's a concept album. The whole album is just a journey, eventually, of an astronaut surfer named Lunar that gets a call from the moon gods and learns about trading and cycles and stuff. Look, it's the explanations for everything are in that live stream, so check it out. Is the song recorded by you? I mean, you created. It's amazing. Thank you. I wish it was recorded by me, but no, it's part of a 2-month-long and several different versions of AI music. I had the theme, the storyline, the ideas behind each song, how I wanted them to sound, how I wanted the tempos to be, how I wanted the drums, the guitar, the vocals. It's actually surprising how consistent I was able to get the vocals between every track. Like, if you go and listen to it, I don't know how many people that watched the live stream noticed, but like, the vocals are very similar throughout the entire album, as far as like the cadence and pitch and all that stuff. There are some instances here and there that they're actually like kind of noticeably different, but for the most part, no, it almost sounds like the same vocalist, the same band, and that's kind of what I was going for, and it took quite some time to put that thing together. I mean, when I say 2 months, I mean like it was almost like every day. I mean, yeah, almost every day. I won't say it was every day, but it was almost every day. And on the weekends, several times, it was almost all day working on just that. Sometimes just 1 or 2 songs. So, I mean, the amount of effort that I put into it, I gotta say, I think it should be, a lot of people, they just type in, I want a song about this that sounds like this, and that's it, and they just get whatever is given to them. And for the album, I didn't want to do that. Really, I don't do that for any of my songs that I think about and create. There's so many different versions. Look, I'll just go over here. So this is Waves of War. If I go to my library, you can see I've got so many songs. Most of these I just need to delete because I just didn't like them. And it's just over and over. Beyond the Waves. So many different versions of Beyond the Waves. That's the last song on the album. Just just so much. So many, song after song after song, so many different versions of the same thing. Having to rename different things like, oh, like, all right, this is Wave Rider. All right, this is Wave Rider 1.1. This is Wave Rider 2.0. Like, so I can distinguish which one's which. And yeah. And lyrically, you know, I had to make sure everything was good and how I wanted it. And I wanted to make sure the symbolism was good and was following along how I liked it and wanted it. And yeah, cool stuff. It was. I should have. I guess I should have recorded the whole process, but kind of hard to do because I created. You know, I'd start creating it on the phone, and then I'd go to my headphones, and the headphones is the test. What's it sound like in head? Actually, stereo is kind of the test because that's actually going between the two is the test because it's just you've got to make sure it sonically sounds good between both headphones. I don't know if you guys know, but headphones make things sound way more spectacular than just like a stereo. Because there's sounds all around. And you can get little finer frequencies and stuff. And different, you can pick up on different sounds. And so sometimes you can listen to a song on headphones and it sounds amazing. And you listen to it in a car and you're like, is this even the same song? What's going on here? Much West Michigan love. What's going on? Indie Rock Crypto. How you doing, bro? Making dinner. I'll be quiet for a bit. That's okay, Harp. What you making? Let me know what you're making. How many prompts per song? Like a F load or a few tweak prompts? F load. And on half of the album, probably at least 5 of the songs. I mean, it was over and 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 over. It's like, no, that's not what I want. What don't you understand? I wanted ghost notes on the drums on this section. Can you please just do it just for that section? Does it for the whole song. I give up. Headphones the way. It also helps when you have a music background. I do have a music background. I do consider myself somewhat of a musician. I mean, I got a guitar. I've got another one, an electric one. I've been in bands. I've been first chair trumpet. First instrument was trumpet. First chair, middle school. All right, got people dropping off because I'm not talking about the charts. Well, that's too bad. Did you come here for me? At all? So Bitcoin with the dump back below 60K today, and I completely missed it because I had an extremely busy day at work. Mostly driving. Hard to chart and drive at the same time. Although, I will not lie and say I've never done it. Because I do it like almost every day. But when you're unfamiliar with the particular territory and you're driving 1 hour and 14 minutes or an hour and a half one way, an hour and a half back, and then 40 minutes one way and 40 minutes back. Like, it was a lot of driving today. I went to 2 different places today for work. But anyway, anywho, so here's the breakdown. Okay. Alrighty. Now, the question I have is, are we going to go lower? The next question I have is, why wouldn't we when we have equal lows? We have equal lows, therefore, I believe we will probably visit those lows. We'll probably sweep the lows. Still have the 300 weekly SMA down here at $54,253. We also have a macro golden pocket around the same level from the previous bear market low to the most recent all-time high. And I guess that is just considered the all-time high. And so back to the 4 hour. And yeah, look at where that 300 week SMA is, right at the 0.65. Crazy. The 0.65 is actually below the 300 week SMA. Now, why the 300 week SMA? Well, let's go to the Bitstamp chart. And this is why the 300 week SMA. We only have a few, or really just a couple of test points for data. But this cycle bottom it didn't even touch it. But then the COVID wick did touch it, or came just shy of it. We didn't break below it until the FTX collapse. So now it's, and that was like 5% below it. No magnet, please. A lot more than 5. 14.23%. Minus 14.23%. So that brings up, I've got to have just a little very, very tiny short side rant real quick. Why do people say Bitcoin is down minus 10% or minus 5? Down minus. It's redundant. You just say Bitcoin is down 5%. I don't have to know the minus. You said it's down. Therefore, down 5%. Like, just a little grammatical pet peeve of mine. It's like, I know you said it's down. Why'd you put the minus? I don't understand. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Because I'll see publications like the Kabisi letter saying Bitcoin or whatever asset is down minus 13%. And I'm just like, it's just down 13%. Am I crazy? Can y'all help me decide between two sativas? Jack Harrer or Georgia Hayes? Georgia Hayes. So here's, are these our equalos? On the weekly? They're on the weekly too? Evening LBC, evening Sincere. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Yeah, so I've been saying I still think we have one more dip. We are very close. I mean, this is in weeks. Let's see. Let's start from next week. So if we are to follow the 4-year cycle still from bottom to bottom, 1,435 days, 1,435 days, then we are in the 9th inning. And we are very close. We are 17 weeks away, theoretically, from the bottom. We shall see. We shall see. How about the sales? You know, this is something I harp on a little bit when people say things are at a discount. Because markets like this isn't quite like a supermarket. When you go to the store and you see something is off 10% or whatever, or they're on sale for 20% off, whatever. That's a good buy. Because you're like, oh, this product was this price. Now it's lower than that. And I can buy it at a cheaper price. But here's the thing. When you buy that item at that cheaper price, what happens? It just goes down in value. Now, it's just potentially. Not every time, but potentially. But that's not what really matters. What matters is that you bought it and you hold it. Its value, I mean, if you can use it, a pair of pants or something, then you're getting something out of it, whatever. But buying an asset or buying Bitcoin or crypto, especially altcoins, at a discount, the problem with that is you buy it and it can still go down 90%, 99%, especially when you are within a downtrend. And this is why when it comes to markets and when it comes to investing and buying assets, especially crypto, something as volatile as crypto, stock market has proven it's pretty volatile itself in its own right. But when you're not buying in strength, you are gambling. I mean, either way, you're kind of gambling, but it's even riskier to buy as prices dropping unless you just have conviction, complete conviction in it. Like Bitcoin, I will DCA into Bitcoin, but it's literally the only thing I will DCA into. I am not going to DCA. Anybody that DCA'd into anything last week other than, I mean, even Bitcoin's down a good percent. But if you DCA'd into any altcoin, most altcoins anyway, you're probably down like 15-20% now on that purchase. And I'd rather jump in to an uptrend than to jump in a downtrend. That's just me. That's my risk appetite. Everybody's risk appetite is different. If you're just throwing in chump change, I mean, do whatever you want to do. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. I'm just saying, I think, in my opinion, for me, there's better times to buy. I will miss out on whatever 20, 25, 30% gains, whatever it is that I miss out on, to wait for something that's signaling more. Oh, this has some potential to go higher. And right now, the potential is to go lower. So for me, I don't see discount. I just see risk. And price moving to the downside is not a risk I'm willing to take specifically, or particularly when it comes to altcoins. I don't have faith that 99.99% of them are even going to survive. So why would I put my money in it long term? You are not lying. Yep. This reminds me of realizing The Price is Right is just one giant commercial of commercials. AMP is a horrible chart, but if this 4-hour pattern turns it falling, that's why I just trade. I'll trade altcoins, but again, that requires like, I would say even if you are investing for the long term in altcoins, you should still probably have an invalidation level to where you just get out of the market. Like, it is what it is. I'm only willing to lose 10% or whatever it is. And everybody wants you to hold for whatever reason, but I don't know. I've been trading bonk and sol mainly in and out and adding to sol and bonk at certain areas I have mapped out. 99.99 is generous. I mean, look, I could say 99.99999999999%, but even that was probably too generous. It's probably too generous. Because there's coins right now that are just popping in and out of existence. So they're like electrons. All coins are like little electrons just popping in and out of existence. And only if you can observe enough at the same time can you hold on to them and make something off of them. I haven't even looked at the total chart. What do our altcoins look like? Garbage. I mean, I still think it's going lower, yo. I still think it's going lower. Altcoins, they're going lower, in my opinion. 786, right down here. That includes ETH. Yep. I was thinking it might get one more push before it dumped, but nope. This just said this. And there we go. And I've even considered the chance that Bitcoin just does bottom out or potentially bottoms out early, but then just goes sideways and maybe gets like another little tiny capitulation or something. Kind of like it did back here. Right here. Because I think we're actually mirroring this more than we are this or this. I think we're actually mirroring this more. The first little bit is looks a little off, but if I just... And to me, this is actually super, super bullish. Don't think it'll get to 600K, but so there's your high. But the market structure is what I look for. So you have your initial sell-off. Then you have your bear flag retrace. Right there. Right there. Then you come down and you break. Hold on. Where is it? You break the low, break the low, and you get another bear market, bear flag, retrace. I gotta zoom in. I gotta zoom in and make this larger. There we go. And I gotta turn off the magnet because that's bugging me. So first bear flag, second bear flag, final capitulation, sideways, sideways, one more capitulation. So technically not the final capitulation, but close enough. And then, yeah, sideways for indefinitely, for forever. This would say bottom in November. I still think October. Because the bottoms have progressively gotten earlier or sooner and sooner. First January, then December, then November last cycle. So October. Very, very close. Last little relief, rollover. I mean, we can really take, like, we are so on schedule. It's kind of ridiculous. Why are you like this? Thank you. Wait. There. Just timing wise, not price. Well. Oh, I included. That's what's throwing me off. Okay. Did I get the actual top? I don't know. It's close enough. So, I gotta change the color of one of these so we can see the other one. Where's my chart? Bitcoin gold fractal. Is it on that chart? Cycles. What's this chart gonna look like? Howdy, people. Howdy, Dusty. How you doing, bro? We call that a pullback. Bearish retest. Excellent. This doesn't look like cycles. Why did I name it cycles? That's a lot of noise. This is cool though. Why is everything not on log? So the white line, I believe, is TLT. Yep. So that's like the dollar, the value of the dollar. Oh, look at assets across the board. Let's see. We've got Bitcoin in orange, of course. We've got ETH in blue, gold in yellow. The Russell in pink, reddish. Total 2 in what color? Green. Here. Your altcoins. And I was just looking at this just to kind of look at cycles. But look at this. Dollar pushing to the upside. Assets. We've got ETH sell off. Total 2 sell off. Bitcoin sell off. Gold been selling off. NASDAQ and SPY, or no, Russell and yeah, NASDAQ. Meh. Still, just, I mean, a little bit of a pullback on, is that NASDAQ? A double, okay, yes, NASDAQ. In the Russell, okay. But gold, commodities selling off as the dollar strengthens. I wonder, you know what I don't have on here? U.S. oil. Sell off. Interesting that. All right. Well, I don't know where my cycles chart is. Macro comparisons, volume trading. I've tried to keep them. I've tried to save my different charts, different ideas. This is the gold fractal, by the way. It's from 1970s. You trading anything today? I'm in a bonk long. I'm not. Hola, amigos and amigas. Just got done with my live stream tonight myself. What are your bear market low targets if 59K ain't it? I'm still sitting at 50, 54 to 56. Could it go lower? Sure. I don't think it goes lower than 39K, 786. So we'll see. But right now, the 300-week SMA is sitting right at the 54,263 level. So, and I've also got another chart where it's I place anchor VWAPs on all of the halvings, and pretty interesting that. Was it the halvings? Yes. See, and that's another thing. Like, I gotta remember to save some of these things. It's not on naked. This is another naked charts. I thought I renamed at least one of these. I have two naked charts for some reason. Wow. What are we doing here? This was my, this is how I perceive the next cycle to go, in a way. I mean, if it's, no, because I can have anchors on a, it's got to be an index chart though. So, oh, look at that. Is that pull? It's going to be pulled from here. And that measured move gets you around 45. But typically you don't get at bottoms with bear flags. You don't typically get to your measured move target based off of the breakout. A lot of times you'll get it based off of the last swing high. And in that instance, you're looking at 51,400 ish. So we'll see. I really want the anchor VWAP chart because that's a good chart. It's a cool chart, I think, in my opinion. Trading only. Funny enough, I don't think this is my trading chart. It's not, because my trading chart is one everybody hates because it's white. It's a white background, and everyone hates the whites. Bitcoin index. I had to put it on an index or a bid stamp. This is cycle lows. Or bear market lows. So it's actually from the bear market lows. I did have one on the halvings. Yes, I had one on the halvings. But even based off of the bear market lows on a VWAP, see, this one starts this cycle, used it as support. This one starts this cycle on the bear market, used it as support. This one started this cycle, bear market. Might for the first time not use it as support. Here again, bear market, not for the first time. But another similarity to this, another one. Could you imagine dip, retrace, and then another dip, just like this? Dip, retrace, another dip. Not what I want. Okay, so my other, with the anchored VWAP to the halvings, I can actually, I can do it. I can do it real quick. Let's get a different chart. Well, yes. To make a chart, sure. Open anyway. Howdy, people. Wow, you guys are quiet tonight. Any questions, comments, likes, concerns, anything? Do you want to argue about pineapple on pizza? Like anything? Does it or does it not belong? That is the question. Oh, this is my chart, my current chart. Yeah, whatever. Don't care. What's the indicator? Bitcoin having events. So this will actually plot them. And then let me turn off these. Anchor VWAP. Anchor VWAP. Again. And again. One last time. Although this one is a little irrelevant right now. So, every cycle's having VWAP. The next cycle, well, we never revisit this once we leave it. Once we leave it. Once this cycle gets going, didn't revisit it. Once the cycle gets going, we'll see if it revisits it or not. Currently, that sits at $42,283. Came up short here. See, this is what I always try to do the craziest charts. It's not really that crazy, I don't think. 27%. That was a little shorter. 22%. Almost the exact same there. At 24. What was the first one? 27-ish? Yeah. 24. There. Ooh, we're cutting it close. Cutting it close, dude. If we did exactly 24, we'd be sitting at 56,000. But each time it has gotten a little bit shorter, and that probably fits more my 54,000. 22%. Because this one's roughly is like 27, maybe even 26, 24, 22. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And then it loses this and falls all the way down to the next one, and then we're at 18,000. Is someone trying to take out MicroStrategy? I've been seeing this a lot. It's obvious they are trying to take out MicroStrategy. It's obvious. They are trying to take them out. But who is they? Around town, Bearded Mac Mike. Wait, I missed something because my viewership just blew up. Who sent people over? Just sent the crew over. Much love. Hey, appreciate that, Wave Cypher. Thank you. I'm not even trading. I'm just going over some macro charts. Going over MSTR right now, strategy. But I appreciate you sending people over, man. Absolutely love that. Do you follow Big Cheds? I see Big Cheds post a lot. There's a lot of people. I don't know if I follow them or if they're just because I have a very crypto heavy algorithm, and I have to type in big Chads. Yes, Chads trading. Divergence on daily versus weekly explained. Excuse me. Power law, pure nonsense. Is this cycle's stock to flow? Yeah. Gold. Looking stretched here at $80. MSTR. You're on fire this year, Chad, as always. Great call. Doing my best. Bro is in an escape vessel and telling the rest of us to hold on and go down with the ship. Kinda ominous if you ask me. November 14th, 2025. Yeah, basically. I haven't seen anything crazy. We could go to my home and just scroll, but I'm not gonna do that because ever since I unmuted, I'm gonna have to mute Elon Musk again. I'm gonna have to mute him again. Swear, STG. I unmuted this man, and my feed is just I'll say, I don't know how many freaking posts. Every so many posts. More often than it really should be. Half naked women. Ever since I unmuted Elon Musk. Just so you know, if you follow Elon Musk and you don't have him muted, he is going to heavily distort your algorithm. It's not the only thing you see when you unmute Musk. But we'll leave that for something else. For another day, I guess. Yeah, so let's go over to Bitcoin real quick. Having a look at this. It's trying to recover, but again, equal lows. I mean, I think at some point we will take those out. Whether or not that's now is, up for debate. Because I could see a retrace before coming back down. But we're getting really close to my bottom. And like I was saying last night, I mean, I think we are in the bottoming phase for Bitcoin. And that bottoming phase is usually around a 3 to 6 month period. Like you can chop. Usually you're going to chop around a little bit and then potentially get going. So that's what we'll look for. This could look exactly like this. But this has been my general thesis for a while now, and that is 1, 2, 3 drives, and then a push to get out of there. And then probably consolidate, accumulate for a lot of 2027. And then new all-time high. Apparently before or after the halving now. So, but around the halving. Halvening or having? If it's an event, if you're talking about an event, it's the halvening. If you're talking about what it's doing, it's the halving. I don't make the rules. I didn't make the rules. for words. I'm a little bit delusional, guys. I got about 4.5 hours of sleep last night. So, yeah. And this, oh, excuse me. This could very, hello. This could very realistically get a push here. So, we'll have to see. I'd like to see that break, get a pullback on the highs, and then continue. The pullback is where I would consider taking a long, and then high to low. Oh, look at that. Golden pocket. Amazing. Amazing. That's not what I meant. Anchor VWAP. I meant volume profile. Okay. Anchored volume profile. My new favorite. The anchored volume profile. Yeah, I got to get back above. So right now we are fighting up against that value area low. But if we can get above it and do some kind of consolidation on top of it, then I will very likely be firing off a long, at least to the POC at $62,321. And if it can get above that, then we aim for the high. I aim for the high. ABC correction complete. And then push higher. No one would expect that. Something's going to happen. Trump's going to tweet or something. Probably like the Iran peace deal is like officially signed or something. And we just pump on that news. And then Israel bombs Lebanon or something. And it just goes out. Iran immediately just shuts down the Strait of Hormuz. And the market tanks. I could see that happening. Could definitely see that happening. You taking Scalp City on Mac Biddy? What's up around town? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Hit the like button, sub it up. Appreciate that, man. Indie Rock Crypto, they heard my band Peninsulas and showed up. Heck yeah, man. You guys are absolutely amazing. I mean, this is a pretty nice setup. I'd be cautious of the potential third drive before another push. Just three drive patterns everywhere. It's three drives patterns all the way down. This looks like it's maybe played. Yep. I'd hit a measured move. Full measured move taken. Time to pack it up and go long. Go long or go home. What's our Forex factory looking like? Oh, core PCE tomorrow. Ooh, the Fed inflation data tomorrow. Expecting to see a 0.1% increase on core PCE. Final GDP quarter over quarter, 1.6%. Come in above that. Kind of depends on how do we think the market would take an economy that's growing more than expected. I think a lot of traders, a lot of retail, even institutions might take that as a signal of what? Higher for longer interest rates. Higher for longer interest rates means it's more difficult to borrow money. When it's more difficult to borrow money, people don't have money to spend. They don't have free capital to just go and throw into risk assets. So, higher for longer. It's not what you really want to see. If the GDP comes in under, then honestly, I'd rather, as an American, I'd rather see economic growth than retraction, or yeah, contraction. I was like, retraction. Just pulling it back? No. Contraction. Yeah, I'd rather a stronger economy than not, even if it means rates higher for longer. That doesn't mean higher forever, it just means higher for longer. And frankly, we need to make it difficult for people to borrow money because I think we have enough debt as it is. I kind of just want to rip the Band-Aid off. On the whole debt thing. Like, can the U.S. just file for bankruptcy? You know, can we just file for bankruptcy? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I mean, the U.S. is basically a business, and businesses can file for bankruptcy. The only question is, well, I guess it would be the Fed that would take care of that. We do have bankruptcy. It's called the Fed just prints money. Yeah, I could easily see this get a push, W pattern push. Whoops. That is not my doodle. W pattern push. Golden pocket. Have to get through that 50 first, but golden pocket. Fixed range volume profile from high to current price. Do have a node here. Value area high just above that. 786 maybe even. Maybe on the table. Let's take in. Let's get rid of this real quick. And let's take in from this low. And yeah, value area high right up there. Now, the big one is that freaking. When you get back above 71. Hold on. I gotta bring in more data. All that volume. How is it inflation to this? Okay. So we're still looking like maybe even the 786 at 77,581. But that 50, you gotta look out for that 50. 70,750. Basically 70,000. I gotta get back above 70,000 and hold it. And if it did that, I mean, it could even push all the way up here to 87. Do we have... We have this 786 just above that. 89.5. That golden pocket rests within this supply range. The last push up, which I like to mark off because that's your last bit of supply before the sell-off. So that's your liquidity level right there at the 786, $89,608. Theoretically, it could go all the way up there. I don't like leaving behind the equal lows though. And honestly, if you get up here, let's see, we're in August. I mean, not really what I want to see. I'd much rather just, like I said, just rip the Band-Aid off. That'd be cool. This is pretty much what I think we're going to get. But you get above that point of control, then it becomes increasingly more likely that you at least get up to this 50 and perhaps even the value area high and the golden pocket right in that range. And then we'll see if we can reclaim that. 786. You break through that, and I mean, bear market might be done at that point. But those equal lows make me uncomfortable. And it's gonna make me even more comfortable if it gets all the way up here. And we haven't resolved these. Like really uncomfortable, because that is what if we are going to follow the 4-year cycles and we go into October or Q4 and that's where we bottom, but we moved our way up here, that sell-off's going to be brutal, dog. Which would you rather have? Would you rather have this? Put a 1 in chat if you'd rather have that. Put a 2 in the chat if you'd rather have months of sideways before a bottom. Personally, as someone that likes to trade, I prefer strong trends in one direction or the other. I'm not a fan of arranging markets, but that's what these markets do, like most of the time. On the high time frames, it's always range forever, big push. Like, can we just do trend forever? That'd be cool. A lot easier to trade that while I'm at work. But yeah, it's just sideways and down forever, big push. You spend so much time just sideways or down, and that's what wears most people out. It's not even necessarily the down price action, it's the sideways that really just hurts the soul for most people. It's like, I can't take it anymore. Well, in that instance, you probably put in too much money, more money than you were willing to lose, first of all. Second of all, your time horizon for your holding was never that long to begin with. Which, if you're going to invest and hold, you should have a pretty decent time horizon, like at least a year if you're investing, I think, in my opinion. Not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. It's for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do your own research and all that good jazz. And now the NASDAQ. This is nice. Okay, did not create equal lows. That's good. But I do see the equal highs. That kind of makes me bullish on the NASDAQ. Especially coming in here and sweeping these highs. And creating a tiny FVG while doing so. And if this can get a bounce and continuation, then the NASDAQ is looking good to come back up here. Above 30,975.50. And then we'll see what it does from there. But We did not close below significant low, which would be this low. That's crazy. Let's get moving, NASDAQ. What about the S&P? That's nice liquidity level there. So we had the sell-off in SpaceX, as expected. Initial hype and sell-off. You know, I tried to give it some kind of hope. I tried to give some kind of hopium. Try to give it some kind of hopium, which was there is some kind of locking period for early holders of SpaceX, and it's like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. They can start unlocking shares or whatever. I was like, that's very crypto of them. And I was thinking, hey, maybe that means, you know, you're not going to have a lot of selling because they got to hold it. Or they incur a fine or a penalty for selling. So, really, if they're willing to take the hit, and I could have sold. Gold is back below 4,000. Dang, never reached. Wait, it did reach 5. For a second. Where's Peter Schiff? Hey, Peter. Let's get down at least 20%. Oof, down 29.32%. Peter. What's wrong with your gold, bro? Don't get me wrong. We all love gold, I think. But, like, you're always talking smack about Bitcoin. What's going on with your gold? What's going on, bro? Oof. Yeah, that doesn't really look good, man. Bull flag keeps moving. Is it even a bull flag anymore? Technically, yeah. It's a pretty nice bull flag. We'll see. We'll see how this one turns out. But anyways. Alright, guys. Auto Gang, Bearded Mac Mike. Thank you all for joining me this evening. I do greatly appreciate it. If you liked the content, please consider hitting that like and subscribe. And that notification bell to be notified for whenever I create content and when I go live. I'm going to start just posting some random content videos, and I guess I'll be able to base what people like and don't like, I guess, based on likes. Based on likes, comments. If it's something that you really enjoy, please comment on it. If you like going over indicators, let me know. I'd be very happy to give overviews of indicators, and I can usually find a strategy for an indicator pretty quickly. So, but it's up to you to manage your risk and to follow the rules of those strategies. So, but yeah, thank you guys for joining me tomorrow. It's the last stream of the week. Well, maybe. And then, and yeah, that's it. We'll get into the weekend very soon. Very soon. But, yeah. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Link is in the description. Follow me on X at Lunar Beaches. I'm gonna start sharing more trades. as I'm in them. I scalp a lot, so like it's kind of difficult to be like to give signals on scalps or even like to show my ideas on scalps. I'm mostly scalp, and that's part of the whole like chart problem. Even though I really I still have levels, and so I really just need to get charts out there just for just at least to show, all right, these are my levels. This is what I want to see here in order to enter a long or enter a short, whatever it is. If price reaches this level, this is what I want to see in order to do XYZ, you know? So that's what I'm going to do. What is your bias short term? I'm in a short from 61,225. My short term bias, how short term? Like immediate short term, next day or so. You know, after a push down like that, I mean, this is my bias. Reclaim value area low at 60,923, and I will go long. Target POC at 62,618. You can't see my chart, I know. Target POC at 62,618. We can, if we claim that, I'll go long here. Like it's just level for level for me. Losing this value area low and coming back up to it and failing to reclaim it. I mean, it's not a bad idea for a short. But this oftentimes can turn into some type of recovery. So that's why I'm kind of, I mean, you could take the short if you're already in it. You said 61,225. So yeah, basically shorting off of that value area low. Then you would be at least aiming for the equal lows. And that's the thing. There are equal lows down here too. So, which I do think we will take out at some point. I would say just without reclaiming or anything like that, I would, hold on, I need help. Because we didn't break this low, but we left behind equal lows. Did it barely break that other low? Ooh. That might count. I'd say short term actually probably favor longs. But rejecting that value area low, man, this is a tough one. Not really. I mean, reclaim value area low, and I'll go long. I mean, that's pretty simple. Continue down is very, very possible as well, because these lows are very, at least extremely close to being equal. Some would even say relatively equal. Some would say that the pattern might look like this emoji in the chat. Maybe. Not really, but maybe. Yeah. Right now, that's kind of how I'm feeling. Like if I was seeing this coming up to the value area low at that time, I probably would have considered a short. But the structure in here, Nothing about this really says short to me. If anything, this looks like potentially 5-wave impulse. With this being the 4th wave. Continue higher. 4th waves are typically longer and shallower than your 2nd wave. 2nd waves tend to be shorter and much more shallow. Or deep, I should say. Much more of a deep correction and in shorter time frame. Whereas your 4th wave typically take longer in time, but are shallower in depth. So this actually looks more like a 5-wave impulse to me. If it can get a continuation here. And if it gets that continuation, then again, I'll look for the consolidation on top of the value area low in order to reclaim it and flip that resistance into support. Not exactly like this, but essentially this. I'll look for an ABC, and that ABC could come all the way down here. As long as it doesn't take that low, then it would be valid. You could see that another ABC or even a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave crashing structure come down there, and then start your next 5-wave impulse up to either the POC or it goes that 3rd wave comes up, breaks the point of control in this high, which is what I require for my 3rd waves to be valid, is a break of the most recent swing high. That's a personal requirement. And then back test the POC and then push up to that value area high. So something like this could be coming very soon to a theater near you. Money flow is a little bit, it's hugging the 0 line. It is in the red, but it's hugging the 0 line. And a sharp move down right here, actually, it's probably not a bad idea for a short. I don't know about going and taking out this low, but I mean, getting into this demand zone right here at 59,851, giving us a nice little BART pattern. Would not be a bad thing, I don't think. That could push down the RSI, and that potentially would give us a bullish divergence, which would help us push to that next level. So yeah, I think short-term shorts, not a terrible idea, especially with imbalances in here like this. But the low might hold, so definitely would be taking profit once we get into this imbalance. That's just me though. You do whatever you want to do. All right, I'm 15 minutes past time, guys. I do greatly appreciate, where did I go? I do greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. And yeah, like I said, like, subscribe, notification bell, all that stuff. Follow me on all this stuff. Go in my description, join the Discord, join the affiliate link Discord, Alex O Crypto Discord. Subscribe to Alex O Crypto, Piper Academy, JR, Prince, or Art of Crypto, and many others. But outside of that, guys, I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep. And I will catch you all in the next one. Mad love. God bless. Gotta find the song I want to play. Do we want rock or do we want rap? Trap. Rock or trap? I do what you want me to do. No sound until you guys. I'm not saying anything until you guys answer me. I'm gonna make some funny faces. You answer me. Thanks, man. Thank you, Alan. Rap trap. Okay, we'll do that. Someone answered, so if you don't like the answer, oh well. How about hunting trades? That one's cool. All right, thanks guys. My love. God bless. Peace out. Bye.
Wave riders in the building. LBC live tonight. We ain't chasing nothing. We hunting trades. We hunting trades. I gotta stay fly while I'm hunting trades. Eyes on the chart, trying to catch these waves. I don't chase pumps, I just wait all day. When that setup comes, I'ma make my play. Hunting trades. Hunting trades. I'm laid back, locked in. Hunting trades. Hunting trades. Hunting trades. No FOMO in me. I'm hunting trades. Cup full of coffee, chart on the screen. Candle moving slow, but the setup look clean. BTC bouncing, house looking paid. Everybody rushing, but I'm hunting trades. I need confirmation, I need my zone. If it ain't my setup, then I leave it alone. Liquidity sitting right under that low. Market makers fishing, but I already know I don't need 10 wins. I just need one. Clean little entry, then I'm done. Stop loss tight, target up high. Wave riders know we gotta stay. I gotta stay fly while I'm hunting trades. Eyes on the chart, trying to catch these waves. I don't chase pumps, I just wait all day. When that setup comes, I'ma make my play. Hunting trades, hunting trades. I'm laid back, locked in. Hunting trades, hunting trades, hunting trades. No FOMO in me, I'm hunting trades. London got moving, New York got heat. Chart looking tasteful, but I still don't eat. To the candle close, to the level, hold to the wrist, makes sense, and the story get told. Be-wap clean, structure in line. If the move already left, then it wasn't mine. I don't marry bags, I don't beg for saves. I just hit my plan when I'm hunting trades. Green on the screen, but I'm cool in the chair. Probably looking good, got my hands in the air. LBC live, everybody tuned in. One good setup, now the night begins. Don't chase it, let it go. Don't force it, let it go. One setup, one shot. Stay fly, stay alive, stay fly while I'm hunting trades. Eyes on the chart, trying to catch these waves. I don't chase pumps, I just wait all day. When that setup comes, I'ma make my play. Hunting trades, hunting trades. I'm laid back, locked in. Hunting trades.